In last lecture, we have studied about the point corrosion of metals. Today, we will see our next point, that is prevention of corrosion. We know that what is meant by the corrosion. Due to the effect of environmental factors present in the air, the metals get corroded. So, it is a very big problem from above in front of us. It causes large financial loss. So, we must prevent the corrosion. Today, we will see how corrosion is prevented or which measures are used to prevent the corrosion. Various methods are used to protect metals from corrosion. Special attention is paid in almost all the methods so that iron does not rust. We know that iron is specially used in our day-to-day life in large amount. So, various methods for the prevention of rusting of irons are used in our day-to-day life. We can lower the rate of process of rusting of iron, and corrosion of metals can be stopped by keeping metals isolated from a direct contact with air. If we isolate the metal by the direct contact of the air, we can prevent the corrosion. The prevention of corrosion can be achieved by various ways. Some of the ways are given here. To fix a layer of some substance on the metal surface so that the contact of metal with moisture and the air and the oxygen in the air is prevented and no reaction would occur between them. That means the some layer of fixed some substance must be given on the surface, metal surface, so there is no contact between these factors which are present in the air, and corrosion is prevented. And second measure is to prevent corrosion of metals by applying a layer of paint, oil, grease or varnish on their surface. For example, corrosion of iron can be prevented by this method. We know that the articles made from the iron are painted with the oil paint so that corrosion is prevented, but this is a not long lasting method. We cannot protect the articles permanently from rusting by painting them. The method of painting is suitable for short time, and if there is a scratch on the paint on the surface of the article, if a small surface of the metal comes in contact with air, the process of rusting starts below the layer of the paint. So it is not a long lasting method. After some period, the rusting of the iron can also takes place. Corrosion can be prevented by putting a layer of non-corrodable metal or a corrodable metal. This can be done in many ways. Corrosion can be prevented permanently by putting the layer of non-corrodable metal on the corrodable metal. In this way, we can prevent the corrosion. Here are some methods. First is the galvanizing. In this method, a thin layer of zinc is applied to prevent corrosion of iron or steel. For example, shining iron nails, pins, etc. These are prevented from corrosion by galvanizing method. Here, a layer of zinc is applied on the surface of the metal. In this method, corrosion of zinc occurs first because zinc is more electropositive than the iron. In this method, zinc starts corrosion first because it is more electropositive. After a few rainy season, the zinc layer goes away and the inner iron gets exposed. The iron starts rusting. After some days, when the corrosion of zinc is done, after some days the rusting of the iron starts. Second method is here in figure 8.15. Galvanizing method process is shown here. First we have to put the articles into the caustic cleaning, then rinsing, then pickling, again rinsing, then flux solution, and then drying. And after drying, zinc bath is done to these articles, and after that cooling and inspection. Through this process, galvanizing is done. Second method is the tinning. In tinning, a layer of molten tin is deposited on metals. We call this as a kalhi. A greenish layer forms on the surface of the copper or brass vessel, and this greenish layer is poisonous. If buttermilk or curry is placed in such a vessel, it gets spoiled. Tinning is done to prevent all such damages. That means in tinning, we apply the layer of molten tin on the surface of the copper or brass vessels. Next method is anodization. In anodization, metal like copper, aluminium are coated with thin and strong layer of their oxides by means of electrolysis. For this, the copper or aluminium article is used as anode, as this oxide layer is strong and uniform all over the surface. It is useful for prevention of the corrosion of the metal. For example, when aluminum is anodized, the thin layer of aluminum oxide is formed and it obstructs the contact of the aluminum with oxygen and water. This prevents further oxidation, and the protection can be further increased by making the oxide layer thicker during the anodization. Now we will see the next method, that is the fourth method is electroplating. In electroplating, we can see the diagram number 8.17. Here electroplating is shown. In this method, a less reactive metal is coated on more reactive metal by electrolysis, and silver plated, for example, silver plated spoons, gold plated ornaments are the examples of electroplating. You know that the gold and silver, these are the noble metals and they are less reactive, so the coating of these metals is done on the most reactive metals. This is the electroplating, which method is used for prevention of the corrosion. And the last method is alloying. Majority of the metallic substances used presently are in the form of alloys. The main intention behind this is to increase the intensity of corrosion of metals. What is meant by the alloy? Alloy means the homogeneous mixture formed by mixing a metal with other metals or non-metals in certain proportion is called as a alloy. For example, first example is the bronze. Bronze is an alloy formed from 90% copper and 10% tin, and bronze statues do not get affected by sun and rain. And second example is stainless steel. It does not get stains with or water, and also does not rust. It is the alloy made from 74% of iron, 18% of chromium and 8% of carbon. In recent times, various types of alloys are used for minting coins. Here we see the different methods which are used for the prevention of corrosion. In today's lecture we studied what is the preventive measures for corrosion. In this we have studied the 5 methods. First is the galvanizing, second is tinning, third is anodization, and next is electroplating, and last is the alloying. In galvanization we see that we apply thin layer of zinc on the metals to prevent the corrosion. In tinning we apply more thin layer of molten tin on the metals. It is used for metals like copper and brass. In anodization, the oxide of same metal are applied on the metal to prevent the corrosion. In electroplating, the metals which are less reactive, they are coated on the more reactive metals to prevent the corrosion. And in last alloying, preparation of alloy, we take homogeneous mixture of metal with other metal or non-metal in certain proportion. This is known as the alloy, and alloying is the method for prevention of the corrosion. Examples of alloy is, first is the bronze. Bronze is alloy formed from 90% of copper and 10% of tin. And next is the stainless steel, which is formed from 74% of iron, 18% of chromium and 8% of carbon. These type of alloys are used for prevention of the corrosion. So today we have completed our 8th chapter, that is the metallurgy. In this chapter we have studied different points related to the metals. So here we have completed our chapter. Today's homework for you to complete the exercise given below this chapter. Here we will stop today. Thank you.